Hey guys, back again. This is Palki Naruto back again for another Magic the Gathering video. Trying a new way of, kind of showing the cards. I first want to start off by showing you I won the third straight game day. And I wasn't running Delver this time. I was running the same thing around the last two times. Winning the Dark Ascension one, winning the Absent Restored one. And I haven't really done an updated list on this, but this is once again Red-Green Wolf Run. No, not Rug. And I'll get into a little bit of a rant about that. But I'm just really going to quickly go through the deck. So yeah, let's just get right into it and I'll explain all my decisions. First off, for Primeval Titan. Self-explanatory. It's Primeval Titan. It gets your lands. It's a pretty badass card. It's the center of the deck. It's Wolf Run. Next up, we have 3 Wurmcoil Engines. Wurmcoil is a really good card. It goes especially well with the Wolf Run strategy, plus it's lifelink and Death Touch. And I don't know why more people aren't playing it. Next up, for the one more of the 15 creatures, Inferno Titan. This is the final big creature. Inferno Titan can kill creatures, but it has definitely gone down in value. More people need to stop running this. More people need to start running Wurmcoil. This card has definitely gone down in value. Next up for the creatures, 4 Solemn Simulacrum. Solemn gets you a land, draws a card. It was the original value city before Thragtusk was, so you still run it because you're running a ramp deck, and it can be run in different decks. More people need to run Solemn Simulacrum. And then the last 3 creatures, 2 Huntmasters and a Thragtusk. Would I run 2 Thragtusk, 1 Huntmaster? Of course I would. I don't have 2 Thragtusk. I have 1 Thragtusk. So if I were you, this is my deck tech on my deck, but if I were you and I was running this deck, I would run 2 Thragtusk, 1 Huntmaster. But Huntmaster is still a really good card and can flip and do a lot of good things. Thragtusk, though, still value. Now we're into the spells. Let's start with the ramp. 4 Rampant Growth. Obvious, ramp, get a land, still very good. And it's even better, really, in this type of Wolf Run. Colors are not a problem. Next up, 3 Sphere of the Suns. Sphere of the Suns, really good card. You can play it off of a mountain and a colorless land. You don't need green to get it. I like Sphere of the Suns way more than my next card, which I actually hate this card. Several times I'll cite it out. It's way better in the 3-color Wolf Runs. My one-off Farseek. It's there. It's probably better than Sphere of the Suns, but I wouldn't run more than 1. I really would like to run 4 spheres, but what can you do? I think it's a good card, but has its problems. Next up, before we get to any removal, let's get the 2 Green Suns out of the way. I can get Primeval Titan, Huntmaster, and Thragtusk. Just straight up value right there. Not really needed to be explained. Now for the removal. 4 Galvanic Blast. Why no Pillar Flame? It's better against zombies. Your zombies matchup, if you're facing blue-black, you're already going to win. If you're facing red-black, you're already going to lose. Running Pillar Flame isn't going to adjust that. Like, straight up. Blue-black, you just beat them. Red-black, you can't beat Falconwrath Aristocrat. And if you can, I guess this is better, because you can destroy other creatures with, like, a Slagstorm or something, and then, boom, kill it. Really on their upkeep or something. But, yeah, 4 Galvanic Blast. I like it better than Pillar Flame. You could run a 2-2 split, however, but I would not recommend running no Galvanic Blast. Next up, you're expecting less, right? Whoa, 4 Slagstorms. Where's the bonfires? No bonfires in this deck. Just 4 Slagstorms. Slagstorm gets the job done. You have enough red to hit it. You don't need to run Bonfire. Bonfire is very overrated for this deck. For other decks, for the Miracle Rug Wolf Run deck, it's probably better to run Bonfire. But just 4 Slagstorms here, because this deck's whole goal is getting rid of your opponent's side of the board for the cheapest amount of mana, and then just dropping your Titans, Huntmasters, Thragtusks, Wurmcoils, just really running them over. Next up, 1 Blasphemous Act. I did this before the whole Reduke or the Rug Wolf Run even came out. I had this planned out. With Elfwave becoming more and more popular, this is getting to be an even better card, and you'll see in my sideboard when I show it, it's in there too. Next up, the lands. I almost hate myself for running this card. We have 4 Glimmer Posts. That's right, 4 Glimmer Posts. Pardon me a second. Yeah, so Glimmer Post, definitely a card I was not particularly proud of. You know, what can I say? You know, I adjust to the format as I go along. I hate this card. It wasn't meant to be run earlier. Cedric Phillips, you had a good idea, but you ran it too early. It wasn't aggressive enough a format. There was still mid-range. There was still control. It's the perfect format now because everyone's just like, oh, aggro. And I was like, what about control decks? And there are no control decks. Delver doesn't count. So here's the 4 Glimmer Post. Great life gain system. Next up, 3 Inkmoth Nexus. Inkmoth has obviously gone down in value. You don't need another one. Really, you don't even probably need this one. But you can. I like to run the 3rd one. Just sometimes you play Primeval and you've already got all the colors you need and you already got your Glimmer Posts. You're like, might as well get this instead of a Kessa Wolfrun. Especially if they're running blue, they're not going to have any removal for your lands like these 2, Kessa Wolfrun. So if you already got your 1, you go and get the Inkmoth. But yeah, this is obviously the core land of the deck. You get your Kessa Wolfruns and Blarg. Silly stuff. Next up, Copperline Gorge, 2 of. Of course I would run a 4th one. 3rd and a 4th one. I don't have it though. Can't fault me for it. I just don't have the lands. Sorry. But obviously I'd run more. It comes in untapped, it's red-green. 4 Rootbound Crags. Obvious, red-green. You run it. Comes in untapped. Self-explanatory. 7 Forests. There we go. Okay, 7 Forests, because you need Forest more often, because you get it early on, you can ramp your growth, you can bar seek. You can play your Thragtusk, play your Huntmaster. You need it more often, and then finally for lands, the 4 Mountains. Obvious, self-explanatory. It's the other slots. I feel very confident in this deck. Obviously, I won the playmat. My results were round 1, beat. Can't remember off the top of my head. It was a good deck though. Round 2, I remember I've played. Round 1, I played against Dungrove aggro. Round 2, played against. I can't believe I don't remember this. I wasn't more prepared, but I think it was a pod deck. I beat that pretty easily. Round 3, I drew with Wolfrun. Just did not want to play it out. Round 4, the guy was trying to help his friends get in, so he made me play it out. He was playing Elf Wave. He beat me pretty handily. I never drew any of my sweepers. The 4 Slag Storms of the 4 Blasphemous Acts, or the 1 Blasphemous Act. And then top 4, played him again. Beat him this time 2-1. Because I drew my Blasphemous Axe and my Slag Storms, and game 3 I got 6-2 life. And then in the finals I faced the Wolfrun player I drew with earlier. We were just playing for the mat. We had already decided to split packs, and made a really clutch move with one of my sideboard cards I'm about to show you. Here's the sideboard, by the way. 1 Blasphemous Act, put in against certain aggro decks, like Naya aggro and Elf Wave. 2 Combust, obviously, versus the blue-white decks. I would run Surgical Extraction, but my brother's using them. 2 Nile Spellbomb. Yeah, you can blow it up, get rid of a graveyard, and it's for Heartless Summoning, it's for zombies. 2 Autumn's Veil. I'm not running Cavern. Gotta do something about it, so you run Autumn's Veil. 2 Crushing Vines. Crushing Vines, obviously good against Delver. Beat a Delver player with it on Friday night. So, that did pretty well. 1 Uvenwald Tracker against certain aggro matchups, specifically Dungrove Ramp, can kill certain things. Here's the card that helped me out during the match. 2 Ancient Grudges. Ancient Grudge a Sphere of the Suns, so he couldn't activate enough Inkmoth Nexuses to block my lethal Inkmoth Nexus. So it was a pretty clutch play. 1 Naturalize. And 1 Acidic Slime to blow up removal, and 1 Fog, yeah! I could take out the Naturalize, but I like the enchantment part of removal part of it. And so that is my Wolfrun ramp deck. Leave a comment telling me what you think, any suggestions. Obviously, you know, there's some cards I would like to have, other cards I really don't care about. I really don't want a bonfire. If you would like to run bonfire, you are more than welcome to. No one's holding a gun to your head saying otherwise, but as for me, I am not really a fan of Bonfire of the Damned in this deck. In other decks, probably better. But I hope that you guys like Warframe as much as me. Hope that you guys can find yourselves, you know, playing this deck. One final thing before I sign off, I wanted to complain a bit, rant a bit about Todd Anderson. He made an article recently. He said, talking about Reed Duke and his Rug Wolfram deck, and he said it's better than the red-green version. You should go and check out this article, by the way. It's better than the red-green version because, and he really made, like, no actual points as to why it's better than the red-green version. Like, it may be, but he didn't make any argument. He just said, oh, Phantasmal Image. He didn't really explain himself. I hate Todd Anderson, but I'm running out of time, so I guess this is Paki Naruto, and I'll see you later.